Hello, and welcome back to Last Dream World Unknown. I thought we would take another shot at some of the bad guys that we struggled with in the past. This is Mursa, and I want to remember just how bad this particular bad guy was, and then see if I can use some of my ability points and skill points in order to make things better. But let's start out with a Bloodlust, and a Bloodlust. And let's actually start off with Plan of Attack right off the beginning, as well as Sorceress Imbue on the Monk. And give me a reminder of just how hard this guy hits and what types of attacks he does, and maybe I'll be able to use that information to prepare myself to succeed a second time if I fail the first. Alright, but everyone has started off with their little buffs. Catatonic. I see. Basically just insta-kills me with damage of some sort. And I'm not sure exactly what type of damage that was. And it also confused a couple of my guys. Alright. And then he has another attack that just insta-kills me. But yeah, basically he's just dealing tons and tons and tons and tons of damage. So I probably either need Thorns is a possibility with my Black Mage spell, and also it would be really great to have like a lot more hit points just to start. So I'm going to reload and just see if there are some things I can do to be clever here. Alright, I did some upgrades that would improve my party's hit points and defense, and I'll try to be a little bit more defense oriented this time around, and I just want to see how it's going to go. But I am going to start with Bloodlust on these guys. But this time we will start with Bastion to increase defense. And I'm going to try... what is the Thorns thing? Thorn Armor. I'm going to try Thorn Armor on the Monk just to see how it goes. To see if it is physical damage that can be returned. And... oh, I forgot to heal up my party after I increased their number of hit points. So that was a mistake. So still have a few things to learn. So we'll see if I even survive a first attack here. Plague. The Thorns did work. Okay, the Monk reflected it. Okay, so I have a new strategy, I believe. Alright, Catatonic still just about wiped out the entire party in one swipe. But I do have some sense of some things I could do differently. The Thorns did not repel Catatonic. So whatever that Catatonic attack is, I'm still kind of out of luck with that, and it still also confused the White Mage. So I'm still not sure that there's anything I can necessarily do here. It looks like the Monk might be able to like keep himself alive, even if the rest of the party goes down, though. If he had more hit points. Plague didn't work on him at all. And... yeah, I'm actually tempted to move forward, so let's go ahead and use a Essence of the Phoenix just to bring everybody back really quick and see if I can do some things here. Oh gosh, it's really hard. Alright, so I lasted a while, but I still did game over, but I do have some ideas of what I can still do better. Alright, so let's try once again. Increase some more hit points, increase the intelligence of the Black Mage, a couple other things. Alright, my Monk should be hitting harder than ever before. And yeah, he just hit for like 70,000 hit points there. Ooh, and we stole a Mursa robe. That sounds good. Well of Life will give everybody some regen throughout the battle. I've been very fortunate that he's been doing single attacks on my characters so far, which has been great. And I think I'm going to try an Agile Strike, because that seemed to do a fair amount of damage. And at this point, I guess I could still bless the Monk, as well as do a Juggernaut on the Monk, and so I'm still trying to throw everything behind the Monk, basically, to try to make him the most powerful thing ever. And it seems to be working, because I just hit for like 90,000 damage in one round there, and the Monk is still getting more powerful. Okay, and now the Monk just died. He resurrected himself, but ouch. Every once in a while, this guy just like hits super hard, and I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. I'm curious to see what an Agile Strike from the Monk will do, and so I'm going to do one of those. And I'm also curious to know if I can get it off if I can do a double cast and then try like an annihilation, and my black mage has way more intelligence than he used to, so he might sit pretty hard. Okay, the agile strike definitely did not work very well. And oh boy. Alright, the monk reflected it, but everybody else is dead. Alright, so once again, we'll try using a Essence of the Phoenix to bring everybody back. And see if we can keep going here. Yeah, I still managed to lose. Lasted, I don't know, I got him about a third the way down. He's really tough. Alright, let's give one shot to another bad guy. I remember this guy completely destroyed me last time. The Behemoth. But let's give him a shot. And let's start with Bloodlust. And let's start with Meditation, actually. And let's start with Bastion, assuming I'm going to need the defense. And let's start with Thorn Armor under the assumption that he's going to do some physical damage. Yeah, did a little bit of physical damage off the top right there, it looks like. And so Thorn Armor hopefully will return some of the physical damage in the future. And the Meditation will hopefully help heal, and Bastion will hopefully help give my guys some defense. But we already need some hit points, and so you can start with the Throat Slits. You can go ahead and do a Bloodlust. Let's go for the long game here. We'll try heal 4. And then let's try a Sorceress Imbue on the Monk. Okay, great. He brought someone down to 1 hit point. That is fine. I can totally live with that. Bloodlust plus Sorceress Imbue. The Monk should be hitting very hard moving forward. And the Thief was hitting reasonably hard already. We get a bunch of healing so that we're in slightly better shape. And then I've got another magic spell that'll help a whole lot there. And I guess since I have the ability, I'm going to do an armed robbery. Let's go ahead and see how hard you're hitting for. And the White Mage is actually the only one who's really down on hit points right now, and so I'm going to do a plan of attack for even more attacking power. And I'm going to do a Juggernaut for even more attacking power with the Monk. And we'll see just how much attack power we can get out of the Monk. Alright, that's on the order of 50 to 60,000 points of damage that he's dealing. Did I ever do Godlike on the Monk? I might have forgotten to do Godlike, actually. So I might need to stack that one. Ooh, we stole a Behemoth Blade. That sounds exciting. Alright, White Mage could still afford to heal herself. And the other possibility... No, I think I'll go ahead and keep attacking with the Thief. I was thinking I could use the Thief to use a potion or something. But I think we will do that. We will continue attacking with the Monk. We'll go ahead and have the White Mage heal herself. And let's go ahead and cast Godlike on the Monk, because I think I forgot to do that. And now, yeah, there we go. Now the Monk is hitting for like 80,000 hit points or something like that. White Mage sadly is dead, but that can be fixed in a variety of ways. And I think at this point, yeah, you can still attack, and you can attack, and we'll go ahead and have you use a Resurrection Elixir to bring the White Mage back so we can keep the healing up. But I feel like I have some possibilities to win this fight, if I can keep things up, and if there aren't any surprises like that bring the entire party down to 1 hit point. Okay, I can see how that could be a problem. I do have lots of Ambrosias, and so I think what I should do is use an Ambrosia, which gives full hit points back to somebody. You're going to keep attacking, because attacking is your business. And let's do Well of Life, which would give everybody hit points. And you should probably... Let's recast Thorn Armor on the Monk. Let's just make sure the Monk stays alive, even if everybody else somehow manages to die. Because that seems to be my strategy. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Just what I said. Monk stayed alive, thanks to the Thorn Armor. Okay, great. And now he can use a Essence of the Phoenix to bring everybody else back to life. And hopefully the Monk can stay alive for another round. Yes, because of thorns. So he ended up hitting himself, which is great. Okay, and so let's get right back to it. Ooh, the monk is bleeding. I've got him, like, down to 60% of his hit points, and I have a strategy that seems to be working, but the monk bleeding for the first time could change things. I need to make sure the monk somehow stays alive, so I need to work on that. Oh dear, absolutely no hope. That brings people down to 1 hit point, and we're bleeding, but I do have a heal in front of it, and so hopefully that'll outdo the bleeding. Yes, okay, the thief and the monk are still alive, just barely. And just to be absolutely sure, what I've decided to do is use ambrosias. So the white mage is using an ambrosia here on the monk. There we go, to give him all his hit points back, just to make sure he's going to stay alive. Ouch. Alright. Black mage knocked down, white mage is pretty weak. But the monk is still holding up. Come on, you gotta be the carry. Alright, dangerous times. Call for dangerous measures, or whatever it is I'm trying to say. We're going to use a perfect elixir on the black mage, because he's running out of magic points. Monk is going to continue to attack. And then the white mage, I think for being extra careful, we're going to use an ambrosia on the monk since he's bleeding, to make sure he gets all the way back up to maximum hit points. And I don't remember if the thorns have worn off, and so we're going to put thorns back on the monk to make sure the monk is going to stay alive. And, oh boy. Oh no, that killed the monk! Alright, he does get resurrected. But this is definitely the most danger the party has been in the entire time. You are going to have to use a Essence of the Phoenix to bring everybody back, and you still have Godlike and Well of Life. So you'll still be hitting reasonably hard, but unfortunately you're going to have to use a skill of Meditation or Bloodlust. I think let's get Bloodlust. Oh gosh. Oh dear. Please stay alive. Does he have any natural regeneration right now? I don't remember. Come on, monk. You can do it. Darn it. The monk is dead. Okay, that could be the turning point. It's going to take a lot of turns to get the monk back to life and back on his feet and all of his boosts going again. So that's going to be rough. And so what's the strategy here? Everybody else is in pretty good shape. Except for the black mage is also running out of... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to use... How do I want to do this? No, I'm going to have you continue to fight. I am going to have you... Yeah, I'm going to have you cast Life 3 on the monk. And then I'm just going to have you go ahead and use... Oh! 100% hit points and magic points for the entire party. I need to remember that I have that, because I've not been using those. I'm going to have you use a Nectar, which is 100% magic points on yourself. Okay, the white mage is still alive. Just brings her down to 1 hit point. That's fine. You have your magic points back. You're still dealing damage, and this guy's like 90% the way down. This is going to bring the monk at least back to life. Even if he won't have all of his various buffs and things. And so now, you need to keep hitting hard, and I'm curious to see... Oh, he does still have his Bloodlust and Godlike and stuff like that. Okay, in that case, the monk should be able to continue attacking. I didn't realize that he actually kept all of those status effects, even after going down. You can use Absolution on yourself, and you can use Thorn Armor, which I didn't remember seeing on the monk. Oh dear. Oh gosh, the monk managed to avoid it. Good job, monk. No, but he's definitely not hitting at maximum, so he's definitely still missing... Oh, maybe the Sorceress Imbue is probably something that he's missing. So we need to get the monk that buff back, and the entire party is hurting a little bit, so let's do... let's use a full elixir. Let's have you attack, and let's have you do the Sorceress Imbue on the monk, and we'll worry about resurrecting the white mage next turn. Okay, the timing of that was perfect. We're down to 1 hit point, and someone's about to use a potion that brings everything back up. And so, go Gadget Thief. Thank you. Okay, everyone who's alive has their hit points back. The white mage is still down, but we'll deal with that next round. and you can do a throat slit, you can do a full attack, and now you are going to resurrect the white mage with the resurrection elixir. Assuming you can stay alive, and it looks like you will. Monk is starting to hit a little harder. Alright. And let's see, I guess the monk's going to need a juggernaut, definitely. And so I'll get one of those going. And you can still hit hard with this. I think we might be able to finish him off here shortly. Let's do Absolution on yourself, because I think that's what we really need. And you are going to do a Juggernaut on the monk, so the monk can hit harder. Ouch! Ouch, ouch, ouch. Darn it. 2 guys down once again. Alright, but we're really close to finishing this boss off. I would like to do it with all party members alive, so that everybody can get the experience. So I am going to try using another Essence of the Phoenix, and then have the monk attack. Okay, Thief managed to stay alive, thanks to some leftover thorns. Hooray! And everybody's back alive, and I think in the next round I might be able to finish him off. Throat slit, attack. Let's do plan of attack just in case it matters, and let's do an annihilation, sure, just to get as much damage output as we can, because this should finish him off. Go, go, Gadget party members! Take down the boss, the behemoth! Yes! Yes! I'll have to put in editing how long that actually took, because I edited most of this battle out, I'm sure. It took a long time. Hooray! I wonder what our reward is going to be. Yeah, and everybody's actually in pretty good shape now. Alright, so let me go back to the Mercenaries Guild and see what reward we get for killing the behemoth. Hey guys, I'm back and I'm still alive. Any luck in your hunting? Well done defeating the behemoth, and good luck on your next target. Here's your reward for defeating the target. Behemoth Blade! Oh, did I steal one of those too? I think I did, actually. So I have Consword, which basically does vampirism. Behemoth Blade, I do have 2 of them. A giant blade crafted from the bones of the behemoth. Oh my gosh, look at that attack! 709 versus 584. Yep, I think I gotta use that. Holy cow. Okay, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I need to go actually buy some more Essence of the Phoenix, because I've used most of them up. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's other things that I want to do now before we go back to the main storyline again. Yeah, let me go check my notes. Would you like to synthesize Essence of the Phoenix? Yes. They're only 50,000 gold, and I have tons, so let's go ahead and buy, I don't know, 12 more? A dozen sounds good? For 600,000, and I have like 7 million, right? I have the digits right on this? Yes. Okay, great. So that was not even a tenth of my net worth. That is fine. I can't remember if when I was in Black Cavern if I solved any more puzzles, so I figured I'd come talk to Zeno. I still only completed 13 puzzles. Alright. So I guess I didn't do anything that counted as a puzzle in there. To get another reward there. And since I've been to Black Cavern and Rockwood again, I'm curious, since I'm in Westonia, if I talk to the leaders. I envy the soldiers that will be sent to fight the Dark Army, but I must abide by my duty. I see. They don't even let me back in. So apparently it's like, go do your work. Okay. You know, I don't know that I've ever walked up here. Doesn't seem like there's any hidden treasure chests that I can see up here. But I don't think I'd ever walked around there before. Alright. Yeah, I don't know that we actually accomplished a whole lot today. But I think that might go ahead and finish up this episode. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other things. Actually, there is one other thing. I was trying to think of other things I could do to make my party stronger. There's one portion of the arena that's kind of a boring grind. Where is the arena? I think it's over here. Yeah, the Westonia Arena. I defeated all of the guys in the main arena portion. Yeah, the Arena Cup, but then there was the Arena Ladder, which is, yeah, 50 battles, fight as far as you're able. Yeah, and you get a reward. So maybe, actually, I might do that. And I think the Arena Ladder is over here. I might do it off camera, because I think it'll probably be boring. But maybe I'll try to do that before the next episode and see what kind of rewards we can get. Climbing higher. I've gotten through 20 of the ladder levels. This is actually going much more quickly than I thought. It's pretty easy. It's just kind of like a set of random overworld monster encounters that you might encounter back to back to back to back to back to back. And it's only taken me 8 minutes so far to get through 20 rounds of it, and so I have a feeling I will get through all 50 no problem, and I'll just tack it on to the end of this episode. So yeah, after 15 minutes, I am 40 of the 50 rungs into the ladder in, and the enemies have barely touched me. Like, these guys are finally managing to get hits in, but a lot of the battles, I just wiped out all the enemies before they even had a chance to touch me. And so, yeah, I probably should have done this a long time ago. We'll see if the rewards are any good, but it seems like this is really easy for the level that I'm at now. Alright, things are finally starting to get tough. I've done 48 of 50, so there's only 2 left. But my monk actually took some damage in the last fight, and so I am not fully healed up going into this. And so I figure it might be worth watching. I'm going to do a slash and grab so he can hit everybody. I'll have the monk go after this guy because I think he's the biggest threat. I'm going to do a fast cure on the monk to try to get some of his hit points back. And I think Thunder 8 works pretty well on most of these guys, so we'll do that as well. And see if I can just stay ahead of these guys. And then I wonder if round 50 is going to be different than the first 49 rounds, and we're going to have some kind of mini-bosses or special mobs in that one. But it took me about 25 minutes to get through the first 48 rounds. Now we're watching round 49. And my guys have actually, leveled up and gotten some experience, and so it's just been relatively easy grind up until the very end. Okay, but now I'm actually taking a little bit of damage, and so let's be careful. I think I'll use Plunder. You can just attack this guy. Let's do a fast heal to get everybody's hit points back, and let's actually do Osmosis just to make sure that I'm at completely full magic points in case round 50 does happen to be some kind of unexpected boss battle or something. I have a feeling it's just going to be another battle like this one, and so it won't be too bad. But I could be wrong, and it's better to be safe than sorry after I've already invested 25 minutes into this or whatever. And so... Oh, good. This actually works really well. There's one guy left alive, and he won't have much left. And so that might give me a chance to heal up the monk just a little bit more. The thief took some damage, though. But then the monk is just going to use his kind of vampirism to heal himself back up, almost up to full. Alright, so 49 completes. I do wish to continue. Show me round 50. Who do we got? The answer is... Okay. I remember this guy from the Tower of Pestilence. He was like a mini-boss, and so I do have to be careful. I'm trying to remember what I used against him. I think it took long enough that I'll start with Bloodlust, and start with Bloodlust, and start with Plan of Attack, and Sorceress Imbue. I seem to recall he would occasionally instant death people, but he didn't hit all that hard otherwise, and it was mostly just that he had tons of hit points and defense, if I'm remembering correctly. So I guess we'll find out in the second round of combat. Just how this is going to go. Okay, Evil Eye. Right, 10,000 damage in 3 turns. So I just have to make sure I finish him off in 3 turns. Alright, let's try to do that. Attack. You can do... let's have you do... Blessed, just to make the monk even stronger, and let's have you do Godlike to make the monk even stronger. And then let's see what the monk can do against this guy. Nice. That's basically 90,000 hit points, and then the thief just did another 40,000 hit points. So I just did 130,000 hit points in 1 round of battle, if I'm counting that out correctly, and I think I am. And yeah, that was about half his hit points. Okay, great. So this should not be a problem. Just in case, I'll do a fast heal, and I think we can even throw an Annihilation in there in order to get some more damage out. And I think we will have completed all 50 rungs of the ladder. Awesome, I just did more than 100,000 hit points in 1 attack. Alright, so let's figure out what our rewards are going to be. Congratulations! Return to the counter to collect your prize. Alright. I am happy to do so. Great job, completing all 50. Here's your reward. 55 SP orbs, 55 ambrosias, 30 nectars, 20 elixir or 25 elixirs, 30 resurrection elixirs, luminescent gloves, pearlescent gauntlets, salvation hat, absolution helm, shadow shoes, shadow boots, seer's cloak, I already have one of those, veteran shield, ancient robe, ancient armor. Okay, there's some good equipment there actually that I have not seen the likes of before. Tell me about the absolution helm. I see, it restores things per battle. Okay, that's not that super exciting then. What else was there? Ancient armor, yeah, I've already had one of those apparently. There was some kind of shadow shoes and boots. Immunity to all status effects, okay. Does anybody want those right now? Virgil's shoes only grant immunity to those, and so the shadow shoes grant all status effects. Virgil's shoes give instant death immunity, and I'm not sure if the shadow shoes give that. But all status effects... yeah, I think let's try switching over to the shadow shoes there. And then what were some of the other things that I got? I don't even remember already. So one thing I don't like is when you get a bunch of loot at once, it's very hard to keep track of it all. I got some kind of shield, right? The veteran shield? No, I've already had one of those. Just doubles experience gained, okay. Right, and I already had a seer's cloak, and that doubles experience gain. And honestly, I should have had my black mage wearing the seer's cloak during the ladder because he would have gained a whole lot more experience. Right, I got some kind of gloves. That was increased intelligence, luminescence gloves, yeah, just like gold and different things. Okay, so other than the shadow shoes, which I'm going to try out, I don't know that I got a whole lot other than some consumables there, but at least now I've completed the ladder. Yeah, and that probably turned what might have been a short episode into a longer one. Alright, so I hope as always that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon for more Last Dream World Unknown. Bye-bye.